Okay, hi, I'm FairyWhisper. So I'm in the middle of following a tutorial by Chips or Chipzed or Chipsy, I don't know. I'm going to make this into a school. I have my layout done. I am really unoriginal, so I absolutely rely on tutorials, and his are really good. They're really easy to follow. And he makes nice designs. So this is Whisper City or Whisper, and I am obviously just starting it out. So the idea is that we create the city and the suburbs and everything, and me and my kids can do it as role play because that's what they like doing. So I have had to learn how to use Minecraft, how to build, what to do, and I use a lot of tutorials, not gonna lie. So that is like a little corner cafe with some apartments on top of it. I haven't actually filled in the cafe, but it's like you go in here, that's going to be a cafe, and then the back entrance goes up to the apartments. These are little canal houses. Again, mostly as a tutorial for them, but kind of just for inspiration. The roads. We have a metro, which has 2 lines so far. Let's see now. So it's just powered rails basically going between places. There is a classier way to make a metro, and I don't know if I'm going to change that yet or not, but we'll see. And we made a hotel, which has a little pool in the middle, a little nice relaxing area. It's got like hot tub, very hot tub. Let's see what this one is. Oh, massage room. Yes, very classy. Soothing nature sounds. Oh. And I'm still like learning how to walk in Minecraft. I'm not as bad as I am in Roblox, but you know, it's not classy. I don't know why my jacuzzi... Oh, it is bubbling. Fantastic. Just what you need in a jacuzzi. This, obviously we need a little reception area where you get your keys to your room. That goes up to the guest bedrooms. Oops. I've already been here. What's over here? Oh yeah, steam room. Very steamy. Sauna. And what did I put in here? Oh yes, plunge pools. I see. Gold, golder, too cold. Yeah, so all of your spa and relaxing needs are fulfilled in our lovely little hotel. We have some city bikes, which when I make the add-on, I think I'm actually going to make bikes, which will be available here. But yeah, for now that will do. That is another metro station, but it's also the overland train station. That goes nowhere. It goes into a wall right now, but you know, we're only starting. It's not exactly the London Eye, but it is a giant Ferris wheel. It unfortunately doesn't move. The tutorial I used a creative mod, despite being labelled as Bedrock Vanilla, but however, it also had a different face on it. But of course, it's fairy. The kids wanted a stage that I could perform on, so obviously we did like a little bandstand, and that is their drum set, which makes different sounds and stuff. They've been working on what noise is made, what instrument is used with note blocks, with the block under it. We also have a super yacht, which I think is pretty super. But you know, I would, because I did it. That is also from a tutorial. Everything good is from a tutorial, let's be honest here. So this is the super yacht. Very classy. The plan is that further down here we're going to have like the mansions. The kids have built their little starter houses over there. That's Fia's one in white, and Tykes is up a tree and it's red, and there we go. So they have their starter houses, and then we're going to build up and make them mansions. Although, you know, they can stay in the city while they're playing. This is City Hall, which is a Caitlin crafting tutorial. I just changed the building colours. I like her as well. She's really good. She makes such beautiful works. And it's easy to follow and stuff. So this is City Hall. There is a plan for this in the add-on for Whisper that will involve job allocations and things, and notices being in City Hall, so we needed that. Oh, I walked into a wall. And then this is another Caitlin crafting. This is Notre Dame, or I think she just has it down as a medieval cathedral. I've got all of the tutorials used, but I really like this. She has like buttresses, lovely towers, bell towers, everything. The trapdoor windows are probably my most hated thing, but however. Now I didn't follow her for the inside because I was raised too Catholic for that. So there is some holy water fonts, some votive candles where you go and you do a candle to pray for a loved one or something. This is the Lady Chapel, because, you know, medieval needs a Lady Chapel. It is on the east, so I think it's dedicated to St. Peter. And then we have some confessionals here, a place you can kneel and do your Hail Marys. So you can actually go into the confessional, I believe. Yes, you can. And again, you kneel, and your little priest dude goes in here, and he can sit down and he can open his little hatch, and that all works. Now, and then we have a baptismal font, altar. Apparently it's Easter. We have a tabernacle, bishop's chair, Bible, lectern. Yeah, so sorry, I did go off menu for the interior. And then we have a little car park around here. So the idea is that everything is going to be connected. Oh yeah, we have a little graveyard. I'm going to change that because it's too regular. Graveyards do not sit perfectly, so I'll probably like bone meal it and chip a few corners off and stuff, make it look a bit old. Yes, I messed up on my road here, so, but I'm not rebuilding it, so I just did a weird thing. Oh yeah, so we've done the hotel, we've done cafe, houses, future school, and then this is another from the same tutorial dude, Chips. This is the cinema, which is pretty amazing, and like there is no way I would have been able to make any of that without that tutorial. Like, it's brilliant. Have a look at it. And then this is from another British or English tutorial maker. The kids really, they wanted a Smith specifically, not a toy shop, not Toys R Us, not an American one. They wanted a Smith's toy because that's what they go to. So we found a tutorial, which is pretty fantastic, and I followed it as best I could. I feel like hopefully I didn't insult the content creator with my effort to follow him. So we have Smith's toys, and then a little portal to hell behind Smith's toys. That's where my money goes apparently every time I go. And this will be connected up by train, I think. Train and possibly road with a bridge across the river. I'm not sure. So this is FairyLand. Those are going to be turnstile blocks to accept tickets in our add-on when I eventually get around to building it. So this will, you go in through your turnstile. I am struggling to walk. I'm stuck. Have I wedged myself in? I have. So I'm just going to fly over. So we have a little ice cream van. I followed another tutorial for this, would you believe? Staff, fast food, burgers, chips and drinks. I didn't even do the wheel on this one because I can't even remember. I think it was just that I didn't like it or something. But that's the only thing I didn't like in that tutorial for the amusement park, because we have like this cool carousel. We have a functional drop tower, functional roller coaster, and functional boats. I used a separate tutorial for the archery range that lights up and gives off fireworks. I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to shoot an arrow. I cannot. And then over here we have a shooting duck range thing, which again came from the tutorial. The ducks drop from dispensers up there with little eggs on a button click, or not on a button click, on a lever click. What I did was a dropper hopper rail cart refilling station for eggs, because I am not filling 6 droppers with eggs every 20 minutes. That's a nightmare. So I'll fill 1 chest. And then we have like the little food area for sitting down and stuff. Love the ice cream truck. But yeah, that's another tutorial, would you believe? Everything is tutorials, because I cannot and will not attempt to build of my own lack of skill. So yeah, we're just getting started on Whisper, so that the kids have a roleplay place. They have a place that they can, play with. They're currently away in Bulgaria at the moment. That's why I'm trying to get some stuff done while they're on holidays, so they can come back, and it just means that they can roleplay in here. They can decide what other buildings we need. So the idea is that, like, this is kind of the outer, the retail park kind of area. You come into the city, you kind of see the smaller buildings, the big shops. And then we're going to get, like, more into a business and commerce kind of area, and skyscrapers going up towards here. That's the old city, obviously. So, kind of adding in a little bit of natural city history in that, like, the old city would have been all of the government buildings, the big church and everything like that, and you'd have some smaller housing and stuff like that. No skyscrapers over here, but skyscrapers in the modern part, because that's just how, well, it's how a lot of cities are. So I'm going with that. And then obviously our lovely rich suburbs down here by the river. We're all going to have our little mansions, I think. And then once we have the add-on completed, there's going to be quests. There's going to be a few different things that they can play with. A few jobs they can do. We're going to have like a zoo and things. And then, yeah, hopefully this will become a really interactive little world of ours where we can just go and do things. But yeah, Fia wanted a school, so that's what I'm doing. Ty got the Toys R Us, or the Smith's Toys. They both set me the challenge to build the huge cathedral while they were away, so I mean, they're going to look at it and go like, oh yeah, of course, that's fine. They're not even going to be that bothered, but it's done, because I'd never say no to a challenge. And then I would place money that they will each take one of those canal houses to move into while we're building, although they do have bedrooms on the super yacht at the moment. But you know, they like moving houses, so they'll probably do that. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll go into the spa hotel. You know, who knows. It'll be interesting to see what way they use this place. Because that's like, you know, it's hard to find the fine line between like letting their imaginations just do whatever they want, which is exactly the point of this, and that's what we're aiming for, but also like creating something that they can use and work on and give them ideas. And yeah, I don't know, I'm sure people put it better and have better English for this, but we'll see how it goes, and I'm open to suggestions from both them and literally anyone with any kind of creativity, because I do not. That wall will obviously be covered by the next building. It looks kind of ugly, so yeah, okay, so I am going to get back to this tutorial and this school situation, I think, and I'll stop rambling because my throat really hurts. But yeah, welcome to Whisper.